Hi guys.
Hi.
All right. So right now we're going to talk about parts of speech. What does that mean? What are parts of speech? Huh?
Elements of speech.
What?
Elements of speech.
Kind of elements of speech. We divide words into different categories, right? You know what some of the parts of speech are? In parts of speech we divide all the words based on how we use them in the language. So can you give me some parts of speech? Like what kind of word is desk? Yeah, noun. What are some other parts of speech? Normally people say something else, but all right. Adjective. What else? Verb. Yeah, usually that's the second one after noun. What else? Huh? Okay, we got 4 big important ones before we get into those. What's the other big important one? It goes with these 3. Yeah, adverb. Okay, before we get into the smaller ones, let's look at these big ones. What's a noun? What's a noun? Huh?
A word refer to something.
A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Some people even give more further. Nouns can be material things you can touch, right? Like table or cup or computer. They can also be things you can't touch, like courage or faith. Those are also nouns, right? I'm going to do verb second. What's a verb? For these, yeah, I'm going to say for right now, verbs are action words, right? Something the noun does. Joe eats, right? Eats is the verb, an action. What's an adjective? Adjectives modify nouns, right? So they describe nouns, right? So that is an ugly table, right? Ugly would be the adjective. So adjectives modify nouns. Adverbs modify verbs. And what else? Adjectives. And what else? Not nouns. Yeah, and other adverbs, right? So adverbs will modify all these, adjectives just modify nouns. Okay, those are the big ones, right? The mandatory ones if you want to learn a language. But we have other parts of speech. What else? Huh? I can't hear. What?
Attribute.
Attribute? No. Someone over here said one earlier. And I said, no, wait. Let's do the big ones first. Huh? What else? Huh?
Preposition.
Okay, preposition. I'm going to do another class, probably 2 classes on prepositions. Really quickly, what is a preposition? What is a preposition? Huh? Yeah, of, in, on, right? Those are prepositions. We have usually prepositions of space, where something is in relationship to something else, and prepositions of time. All right, like when something is. Besides prepositions, what else? Huh?
Conjunction.
Conjunction, all right. What's a conjunction? Okay, yeah, like and but. I'm going to do another one on those, so I'm not going to get into too much detail. What else? I'm going to wait on article, but you're not wrong. But I'm going to put that a little bit later. What else? What else? What? Pronouns. I also already did one on pronouns. Really quickly, what's a pronoun? Yeah, a pronoun we use instead of a noun, right? Instead of the table, I can say it, right? Instead of calling myself Jason, I can say I, right? Or she, or he. Pronoun. Okay, what else? Huh? Interjection. What's an interjection? Not a lot of them. We don't use this that often. Huh? What? E-X-T-O-L. Extol? Interjection are words we use like oh, right? Often it may be just a one-word sentence, or words like well, right? Those are interjections. I'm going to give you another one. Now, some people disagree with this. Some people would put this up here. You're right, save that one. What's an auxiliary verb? Huh? Yeah, this is controversial. Some people just include these with verbs. I don't. I like to separate them, right? With the important action verbs and the auxiliary verbs, like has, had, was, is. Right? Those are auxiliary verbs. What else I heard over here? Numero. What's a numero? Huh? Number, right? Those are numerals. And what else? Huh? Argument? Okay, not yet. You're not wrong, not yet. All right, I'll give it to you. Determiner, words like each, both, all, and. Basically, these belong to determiners. Article. What's an article? And, the. Three, right? Some people say two, only two articles, and the, because and is another form of But I say three. What's the difference between a and an, or and an? Huh? Yeah, well, I don't like the letters. I don't say vowels, I say vowel sounds, right? Vowel sounds. I say he is an honest man. Honest begins with an H, right? But we don't listen, we don't hear the sound, right? So vowel sounds, we use an. Not vowels, vowel sounds. Consonant sounds, we're going to use or a, right? And there's another determiner. Trying to remember. Oh yeah, there's more. But really quickly, I'll give you one more. We just talked about this, but it's going to be a different definition. What's interrogative? Not question. I've already done a lesson on interrogatives. Interrogatives, really quickly, because I've already done a lesson on it, are the WH words. Who, what, where, when, why, how, which. Those are interrogatives. Yeah? And so, if you look up online, there's so many different ways to teach this. Some people will say there's only 8. There's only 8 parts of speech. Some people say there's 10 parts of speech. Some people say there's 12 parts of speech. Sometimes they have article outside of determiner. Most times article is a determiner. So you're going to get a lot of different information on this because people keep wanting to change things, right? So it's constantly changing. But basically these are parts of speech. Yeah? Yeah? Any questions? No? Okay. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye this side. All right. So you guys know.